ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So, okay, in the previous class we discussed about Wheatstone's bridge balancing condition and unbalancing condition of the Wheatstone's bridge. Next to today's class we can discuss about meter bridge. Meter bridge. So, meter bridge means, meter bridge, it works on the principle of Wheatstone's bridge. Meter bridge is works on the principle of Wheatstone's bridge, balancing condition of the Wheatstone's bridge. What is the balancing condition of the Wheatstone's bridge? P by Q equals to R by S. Next, this meter bridge is used to compare the resistances, and to find unknown resistance. So, meter bridge must works on the principle of Wheatstone's bridge, and it is used to compare the resistances, and it is used to find out the unknown resistance of the given wire, like this. So, this is Wheatstone's bridge, this one and this one. See here, what is the construction and working of Wheatstone's bridge? Construction and working of Wheatstone's bridge. See here, so meter bridge consists of a long wire. This is the arrangement. Actually, meter bridge, it consists of a uniform wire of length 100 centimeter or 1 meter, uniform wire of length 1 meter, and let us say it is the terminal A and it is the terminal B, and here it is the gap. This is called left gap and this is the right gap, left gap and right gap. This is the metal pieces and it is fixed to the cardboard, and this is called left gap and this is called right gap. In the left gap we can connect a resistance, or let us say here, in the right gap we can connect resistance. So, for example, known resistance, let us say it is S. Here the condition R is resistance connected in left gap, and S is the resistance connected in right gap. R is the resistance connected in the left gap and S is the resistance connected in right gap. So, that means if the R is unknown, S must be known. any one of these two. We can compare these two. How can we compare these two? Let us see here. So, the middle point of this is connected to a high resistance box and this is in turn connected with galvanometer and it is connected to the jockey. So, this is the arrangement. This is the arrangement of the meter bridge and it is the jockey. So, this is the uniform wire of length 100 centimeters or 1 meter. This, the middle point is connected to, let us say it is high resistance box, and then it is connected to the galvanometer and in turn it is connected to jockey. Jockey is nothing but just like it is the pointed, just like the shape, and this back end is connected to the connecting wire. So, this end wire is connected to the end wire and the front part is moving on the uniform wire of length L. So, this is the wire of length 100 centimeter or 1 meter. Uniform wire AB of length 100 centimeter. So, this is the circuit arrangement and this is in turn connected with cell and key. Cell of EMF and it is key. So, this is the circuit arrangement of meter bridge. So, the two terminals A and B, and it is actually it is the cardboard. A uniform wire is connected between A and B. The length of the wire is exactly 100 centimeter. And a scale, 100 centimeter scale is also connected on the wooden board. So, now here, so these are the metal pieces and this is considered as the left gap and this is considered as the right gap. This is left gap and this is right gap. So, now and a cell of EMF E and internal resistance R is connected like this. A cell of EMF E and internal resistance R are connected like this and this is the key connected. So, what is the working of this meter bridge? How it works? Actually, what we discussed, meter bridge works on the principle of Wheatstone's bridge. Balancing condition of the Wheatstone's bridge. See here, now if the wire is moving on the cardboard, that means the wire, so this is called, what is this called? Jockey. The jockey moving on the wire, 100 centimeters wire, uniform wire made up of with the copper or aluminum, whatever it is a good conductor. So, a jockey is moving on the uniform wire. The jockey does not drags on the wire. The jockey does not drags on the wire. If the jockey drags on the wire, the thickness of the wire may be reduced, so that the resistance changes, everything must be changes. So, don't drag the jockey on the wire. So, that means if the K is closed, that means K means key. If the key is closed, then current passes through the circuit, and if the current passes through the circuit, if the jockey is moving on the uniform wire, so that means galvanometer shows deflections, but at particular instant the galvanometer shows null deflection. If the wire is moving on the, jockey is moving on the wire, then the galvanometer shows deflections, because due to current passing the galvanometer shows deflection. At particular instant, the galvanometer shows null deflection. At certain instant, the galvanometer shows null deflection. Galvanometer shows null deflection means that is the balancing condition. That means current does not passes through this. Current does not passes through this middle region. Current does not passes through the middle region. That is considered as the balancing condition. So in this situation, for example, here the bridge is balanced. Let us say it is C. So AC is balancing length. Balancing length means AC is balancing length. Balancing length means where the galvanometer shows null deflection. Where the galvanometer shows null deflection, that is called balancing length. And one more thing very important, balancing length always must be measured from left side. Balancing length always must be measured from left side. So from here to here like this. So next, CB is remaining length. CB is remaining length. So this is as the situation of Wheatstone's bridge. See here, that is same as that of the Wheatstone's bridge. This is the point A and this is the point B. So here let us say in the left gap it is R, let us say it is S, let us say it is X and it is Y. So this point is, so same amount of current here, these 2 points, let us say these 2 points must be at the same potential, because the current, if the jockey placed at this position, the galvanometer shows null deflection. If the jockey placed at this position, galvanometer shows null deflection. That's why these 2 points must be at the same potential. Current does not passes. That is the balancing condition. Actually, what is the balancing condition of the Wheatstone switch? R by X, according to this, P by Q equals to R by S. Here according to this, R by X is equals to S by Y. So, but resistance formula, R is equals to rho L by A. So, X proportional to L is since L, then Y proportional to 100 minus L. So, this is the balancing length. AC is the balancing length. AC is the balancing length. That means, if the jockey is moving on the uniform wire of length 100 centimeter, jockey is moving on the uniform wire of length 100 centimeter. If the jockey is moving like this, jockey like this, jockey kept like this. If the jockey moving like this, the galvanometer shows deflections. But at particular instant, the galvanometer shows null deflection. That means galvanometer does not shows any deflection. So that means the pointer in the galvanometer does not moving. So that condition is said to be balancing condition. So after this, again if we place the galvanometer like this, then it shows deflection. But only at this position, galvanometer shows null deflection. Only at this position only galvanometer shows null deflection. So that this point is called balancing condition. That means between these 2 points potential difference is 0. Between these 2 points the potential difference is 0. Because what is the reason? There is no current passes. That means galvanometer shows null deflection. So in that situation, this is the Wheatstone switch situation. This is R and this is considered, the resistance of AC part is considered as X. The resistance of CB part is considered as Y. The resistance of AC part is X and the CB part is Y, and it is R and it is S we know. According to Wheaton's bridge condition, P by Q is equals to R by S. According to the Wheaton's bridge situation, P by Q equals to R by S. That's why R by X is equals to S by Y. R by X is equals to S by Y. That is the situation now. So R is X equals to rho L by A, let us say, and Y is equals to also rho L by A. So here if AC is considered as L, so total length of the wire is 100 centimeter. Total length of the wire is 100 centimeters. If AC is equals to L, remaining length is 100 minus L. If AC is equals to L, the remaining length is 100 minus L. The remaining length is 100 minus L. So that is rho into 100 minus L by A. If you substitute this, R by X is rho L by A and it is S by Y is rho into 100 minus L by A. So rho A gets cancelled because same wire means specific resistance is same, area of cross section is also same. So from this we can write R by L is equals to S by 100 minus L. So R by S is equals to L by 100 minus L. R by S is equals to L by 100 minus L. So that is means resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap. Resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap. This is see here. This is left gap and this is right gap. So resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equal to balancing length divided by remaining length. What is the balancing length here? L. Remaining length is 100 minus L. So this is the concept of meter bridge. Based on this, if in R and S, if you know anyone, if you know the value of R, we can find out S. If you know R and S, we can calculate balancing length. If we know R and S, we can calculate balancing length. Or if you know R and balancing length, we can calculate S. Or if you know S, we can calculate R. So that is the situation. Always simple formula to find out the Wheaton's bridge condition is resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equal to resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length divided by remaining length. Balancing length divided by remaining length. That is a concept. That is the concept of meter bridge. So this is the construction means these are the two terminals. This is the long wooden board and a uniform wire of length exactly 100 centimeters is fixed between A and B, and a uniform scale, that means a meter scale is also fixed like this for the wire, because to check the length, what is the balancing length. And these are the metal scripts, and the metal scripts connected like this, fixed to the wooden board only. And this is considered as the left gap and this is considered as the right gap. If this resistance is unknown, this must be known. If this resistance is unknown, and this must be known, like that. And this is the cell. That means if the current passes through the circuit means compulsory we must connect battery, like that. And it is the key. If the key is closed, then the middle portion is connected to the high resistance box and it is galvanometer. What is the use of this high resistance box means, if any more current passes through the circuit, the galvanometer may get damaged. To avoid that, why we are using this high resistance here. If any extra current passes through the circuit, this galvanometer may be damaged. To avoid that situation, this high resistance box must be connected here. So that's why due to this small amount of current passes through the galvanometer, that's why this must be safe. So for that purpose we are connecting high resistance box here. Now here this is the jockey. So jockey, this is the shape of the jockey generally, small, and it is a pin up. That pointer is very sharp pointer. If that pointer is not dragging on the uniform wire, does not drag on the uniform wire. If that pointer is drags on the wire, maybe the thickness of the wire may be decreases. Due to that, the balance length maybe gets changed. That's why the jockey is placed on like this. If you place the jockey like this, then what happens? At certain instant, this galvanometer shows null deflection. At certain instant, the galvanometer shows null deflection. Null deflection in the sense, current does not passes through the galvanometer. That means this point and this point, at what position the galvanometer shows null deflection. So these 2 points must be at the same potential because there is no current passes. So that is the condition of Weiston's bridge. So what is the Weiston's bridge condition? P by Q equals to R by S. Here X, what is X? Resistance of the balancing length. X is the resistance of balancing length and Y is the resistance of remaining length. Of wire. Y is. So from this we can write X is equals to, generally resistance formula rho L by A. Resistance formula is rho L by A. So Y is equals to rho into, if this is L, remaining is 100 minus L. 100 minus L by A. So based on this. So what we get that finally R by S is equals to L by 100 minus L. R by S is equals to L by 100 minus L, where L is balancing length. Balancing length always must be measured from left to right. That's very, very important. So this balancing length, L is the balancing length, and this balancing length always must be measured from left to right, and remaining length. So this is the balancing condition of the Weiston's bridge. So simple formulas, only one formula this is. So see here again, so let us say it is A and it is B, and let us say this is the balancing length and this is 100 minus L. L and 100 minus L. Then for example, so generally what is the balancing condition of the meter bit, just we discussed. So the condition is, what is that? Resistance in left gap divided by resistance in right gap is equals to resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length divided by remaining length. So this is the general formula. Whatever is the resistance connected in the left gap and whatever is the resistance connected in the right gap, the ratio of these two is equals to balancing length by original length. Let us say it is AB, it is a uniform wire of length 100 centimeters. Let us say balancing length always must be measured from left side. Let us say L is the balancing length, remaining length, that is L by 100 minus L. Only one formula here we can use, only one formula. Based on this formula we can do any problem in the meter bridge. If any problem you will get in the exam in meter bridge, so very easy, definitely 4 marks in your hands. So that is L by 100 minus L, simple formula. So right, here the condition is, one more thing, They get some theory questions here based on this. So, for example, first question, if resistance in the left gap increases, what happens? Resistance in the left gap increases, what happens? If the resistance in the left gap increases, what happens to the balancing length? What happens to the balancing length? Resistance in the left gap increases. So, here let us say this is the resistance in the left gap. Simple diagram. Let us say it is R and it is S. So, that means if R increases, so what is the condition? Resistance is directly proportional to length. That means R by S is equals to L by 100 minus L. That is the concept here. That is R is directly proportional to L. R is directly proportional to L. So, if the resistance R value increases, then balancing length shifts towards right. If the R value increases, then the balancing length shifts towards right. That means L value increases. So, R increases, then the balancing length shifts towards right. So, that means this length shifts towards, we must calculate from A to B. Balancing length always must calculate it from A to B. So, if resistance in the left gap increases, this L value also increases. That means balancing length shifts towards right. Shifts towards right means its value increases. Next here, if resistance in the left gap increases, decreases, already increases condition we know. Resistance in the left gap decreases, then balancing length shifts towards left. That means shift towards left means here L increases, here L decreases. So, R value increases, L value increases. If R value decreases, L value also decreases. That means it shifts towards right or it is shifts towards left. So, for example, if R value is 10 ohms, let us say the balancing length is 30 centimeters. If R value is 10 ohms, balancing length is 30 centimeters. If R is equals to 10, L is equals to 30 centimeters. If R is equals to, it increases 11 ohms, let us say, and balancing length becomes 33, maybe 33.33, whatever it is. That means if the resistance increases, balancing length also increases. Or if R becomes 8 ohms, then L must decreases, let us say 28 centimeters, like that. If resistance increases, balancing length also increases. If resistance decreases, balancing length also decreases. So, that is the concept. This is resistance in the left gap. So, in the second case, next, if the resistance in the right gap increases, of course, R value remains constant. If the resistance in the right gap increases, balancing length, opposite of this, balancing length shift towards left. If the resistance in the right gap decreases, balancing length shifts towards right. So that is the concept. If resistance in right gap increases, resistance in the right gap increases, shifts towards left, balancing length shifts towards left. Next, if resistance in right gap decreases, balancing length shifts towards right. That is the concept. How the balancing length changes? By changing the resistances in the left gap and right gap. In case of right gap, resistance increases, balancing left towards left, balancing length shifts towards left. Here if the resistance decreases, balancing length shifts towards right, like this. This is the way how the balancing length changes due to change in the resistances here. So let us say one example here. A resistance of 2 ohms is connected across the one gap of the meter bridge, and an unknown resistance greater than 2 ohms is connected across other gap. When these resistances are interchanged, the balance point shifts by 20 centimeter. Neglecting any corrections, the unknown resistance is. So here one resistance is connected, let us say 2 ohm it is, and let us say another resistance unknown, some x, and this is the wire of length. Let us say this is the balancing length and this is the another length, 100 minus L. So first condition, see a resistance of 2 ohms is connected across one gap of the meter bridge, and an unknown resistance greater than 2 ohms. So here x must be greater than 2 ohms is connected across another gap. When the resistances are interchanged, the balancing point shifts by 20 centimeters. So first here in this situation we can write resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length by another length. So here this is 2 ohms and it is x ohms, x must be greater than 2, that is a given condition. So now 2 by x is equals to L by 100, resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length by original length. The situation is balancing length by original length. That is a concept here. So next, if these two resistances are interchanged means, So let us say like this, this is x and this is 2, this is x and this is 2, and here given that x must be greater than 2. What is the given condition? X must be greater than 2. Now in this situation, balancing length shifts by 20 centimeters. In what direction the balancing length shifts? So see here, just now we discussed, resistance in the left gap increases. If the resistance in the left gap increases, balancing length shifts towards right. If the resistance in the left gap increases, the balancing length shifts towards right, and this becomes L plus 20, remaining is 100 minus L plus 20. Got it? These two resistances are interchanged given that x is greater than 2. Here x comes to the left gap, 2 comes to the right gap. Resistance in the left gap increases. That means balancing length shifts towards right. So that's why here what we can write, x by L plus 20, resistance in the left gap divided by balancing length is equals to 2 divided by 100 minus of L plus 20. So that is equals to x by L plus 20 is equals to 2 by 100 minus L minus 20. So x by L plus 20 is equals to 2 by 80 minus L. 2 by 80 minus L. So here, so from this 80 minus L by L plus 20, that is equals to 80 by L plus 20 is equals to 2 by x. So from this 2 by x, what we can write? So this is 2 by x. 80 minus L by L plus 20 is equals to L by 100 minus L. L by 100 minus L. Based on this we can calculate x value. So from this we can calculate first of all L, and then we can find out x, or just we can do option verification based on this, whatever it is. So this is the first condition. So concept it is, first 2 is in the left gap, x is in the right gap, 2 by x equals to balancing length by remaining length. Next, the two are interchanged. The two resistances are interchanged. Interchanged means x come to the right gap, x come to the left gap, 2 comes to the right gap. So here given that x is greater than 2 means resistance in the left gap increases. So that's why balancing length shifts towards right. That is the concept. So based on that we calculated. So this is second equation it is, and this is first equation and second equation. We can calculate the value of x like that. Next, so next in meter bridge concept, so page number 130 level 2, first problem. Two unknown resistances x and y are connected in the left and right gaps of a meter bridge. X is in the left gap and y is in the right gap. X is in left gap and y is in right gap. The balancing length is obtained to be 80 centimeters. and balancing length is 80 centimeters. So from the definition we can write x by y is equals to L by 100 minus L. Resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length by remaining length. Therefore, x by y is equals to 80 divided by 100 minus 80. So, 80 divided by 20. So, x by y is equals to 4. First concept, x by y is equals to 4. Next, when 10 ohms resistance is connected parallel to x, when 10 ohms resistance, here initially this is the condition. So, this is x and this is y, and the balance length is given as 80 centimeters and remaining is 20 centimeters, because the total length of the meter bridge wire is 100 centimeters. Here one more resistance 10 ohms is connected in parallel to x. One more resistance 10 ohms connected in parallel to x. What is the effective resistance here? Effective resistance in left gap now. Effective resistance in left gap. So that is equals to general formula R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So that is equals to 10x divided by 10 plus x. 10x divided by 10 plus x. Now in this situation the balancing length shifts towards to 50 centimeters. Balancing length shifts towards to balancing length, that is L is equals to given as 50. Now resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap. So that is 10x by 10 plus x divided by y is equals to L by 100 minus L. Resistance in the left gap divided by right gap. What is the effective resistance in the left gap? This is 10x by 10 plus x. Now here 10x by 10 plus x divided by y is equals to L is given as 50, 100 minus 50. So that is equals to 50 by 50, that is equals to 1. 10x by 10 plus x is equals to y. So x by y is equals to 10 plus x by 10. Here x remains here, x by y is equals to, but x by y we got here, it is 4. 4 is equals to 10 plus x by 10. So 40 is equals to 10 plus x, x is equals to 30. If x equals to 30, so 30 by y is equals to 4, y is equals to 30 by 4, 7.5. 30 and 7.5. So this is the situation. First case, left gap is x, right gap is y, balancing length is 80. So based on we got the relation x by y is equals to 4 and 10 ohms resistance is connected in parallel to x. Then effective resistance is 10x by 10 plus x. Again the concept, resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length by remaining length. In the second situation, the balancing length is given as 50 centimeters. So that's all. Next problem. In a meter bridge experiment, length of AB of the wire is 1 meter. Next problem. The resistors X and Y have values 5 ohms and 2 ohms respectively. X and Y is 5 ohms and 2 ohms. When the shunt resistance S is connected to X, the balance is found to be 0.625 meters from A. Then the resistance of the shunt is. Yes, we have to calculate. Same model. That is the only formula. There is no other formula used in meter bridge. Resistance in the left gap divided by resistance in the right gap is equals to balancing length by original length. Next here. Second problem here. First we know x by y is equals to L by 100 minus L. So here first case x is given as 5 and y is given as 2. So from this 5 by 2 is equals to L by 100 minus L. 5 by 2 is equals to L by 100 minus L. So now 500 minus 5L is equals to 2L. 500 is equals to 7L. Balancing length 500 by 7. 7 7s are 49, 10, 1.4 approximately. 71.4. If the value of S is connected to X parallelly, S connected to X parallelly, so then effective is XS by X plus S divided by Y is equals to L by 100 minus L. L by 100 minus L. So now here X is 5, 5S divided by 5 plus S divided by 2 is equals to, in the second case the balancing length is 0.625 ante 62.5 centimeters. 62.5 divided by 100 minus 62.5. So here 5S by 2 into 5 plus S is equals to 62.5 divided by 100 minus 62.5. How much? 37.5. So from this we can calculate S. So 5 plus S by S is equals to 37.5 into 5 divided by 62.5 into 2. So that is 5 by S plus 1 is equals to 187.5 divided by 125. So 5 by S is equals to 187.5 divided by 125 minus 1. So that is 5 by S is equals to 187.5 minus 125 by 125. So S is equals to 125 into 5 divided by 187.5 minus 125. So 0.5 to 62.5 again. 187.5 minus 125, it is 62.5. That is. So based on this we can calculate the value of S, approximately it is. Approximately S is equals to 125 into 5, 25 to 625 divided by 62.5. So S is equals to 10 ohms. So that is us way to do the problem.